What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. What? No? What's up, guys? My name is Zach Black. Welcome back to the channel. Definitely eating some pumpkin seeds right now because they're amazing. Anyway, guys, today I wanted to talk to you about lucid dreaming. Now, I've already made a video on the channel about the wake-induced lucid dreaming method, and I kind of briefly went over lucid dreaming and what it was. But I wanted to make another video about it where I kind of just targeted lucid dreaming as a whole. That way you guys could have a basic understanding of what it is without having to watch a 20-minute video, because I understand that a lot of people probably don't want to spend 20 minutes to learn about that. So basically, real quick, what lucid dreaming is just being aware that you're dreaming while you're dreaming. That's it. That's the entirety of what it is. Now, this actually goes a lot deeper, and it's way cooler than that, in my opinion. And reducing it to that makes it sound like not very cool. But after you become aware that you're dreaming while you're dreaming, lots of things can happen. For one, a lot of people, they just wake up, which is obviously the most uneventful version of lucid dreaming possible. The best case scenario, you'll become aware you're dreaming and you'll be able to control it now. Like, you won't wake up at all. You'll be actually in the middle of that dream and be like, oh damn, this is a dream, so I can do whatever I want, right? And that right there is probably like the best thing ever. A lot of my lucid dreams, I just I'm kind of like aware I'm dreaming, but I don't really I don't really become fully conscious. And this can happen if you're actually trying intentionally to lucid dream. You'll kind of get like this haze, I guess, once you finally do become lucid. Like, you'll just be in the dream and you'll be like aware that it's a dream, but you won't really confirm it with yourself. So it'll kind of just be like in the back of your mind, and the dream will still be progressing, but you'll know that you're dreaming, and you won't really change anything because you don't really fully realize that you're dreaming, if it makes sense. Like, if it's happened to you, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. But other than that, there's also the wake-induced lucid dream thing, which I also talked about on the channel, and I'll link that in the description if you guys want to see that video. I explain kind of in detail. That is like a 20-minute video, though. Hopefully you guys can sit through it. I'm trying to shorten the length of the videos because I know people don't like to sit through 20 minutes of video and listen to me ramble. But it's all part of growing the channel and getting used to this again. Anyway, on the different methods of lucid dreaming, real quick, you got quite a few different ones, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of them that I probably haven't heard of, but a lot of the popular ones are the dream-induced lucid dream method, or dialed. They all have their own little like abbreviations. So they got like the dialed, the mild, the wild. I mean, they're kind of ridiculous. And typically the dream-induced lucid dream and the mnemonic, what the heck was that other one? I forgot what mild was. I think it's a mnemonically induced lucid dream, something like that. I'm probably thinking of the wrong word, but yeah, the dream-induced lucid dream one is where you're already dreaming and you realize you're dreaming, and this can be enhanced by just keeping a dream journal, which is a journal in which when you wake up, you write down everything you remember about your dream in kind of any level of detail you want. For me, nowadays, if I wrote my dream down with max detail, it would take me like an hour in the morning, and I'm gonna be honest, fuck that. No. I'm not about to spend an hour every morning writing my dream down, so just, briefly go over it. I mean, if it's a really cool dream, then obviously write the whole thing down if you want. I mean, it's all up to you. I mean, if you have the time to write down your dream for an hour in the morning, then by all means do whatever. I mean, that doesn't matter to me what you do. But as long as you write them down at all, it'll keep your memory fresh of the dream. And when you read it, you want to make sure that you can still remember all the details of that dream. And also throughout the day, you can do these things called reality checks, which are basically how you realize you're dreaming in the dream. Typically, this is normally what really triggers it while you're in the middle of the dream. And you can do this by like pushing your finger through your hand. I mean, obviously right now I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm in 3D. But I mean, that kind of gets into other stuff. I mean, it's not technically impossible, but it's not something that I'm about to do. But in a dream, no question, you try to put your finger through your hand. It's almost always going to work unless you think you're awake like so much that you manage to make it so you can't. A lot of times the best way to do this is to combo a couple real quick. I mean, you can just real quick do this. You don't even have to lift your hand up. I mean, you can just do it where no one can see. It doesn't matter. And then another one is plugging your nose and trying to breathe. I know it sounds hilarious while I'm trying to do it right now. But if you do that, you'll breathe through your nose. And this was actually interesting when I first got that to happen myself. Just the feeling of the air going into your nose while it's plugged. It's just like the strangest feeling ever, to be honest. Another thing is trying to stick your hand through walls, whatever. I mean, pretty much anything that would be impossible. Like even imagining during the dream, of course, trying to like lift a bottle up or something, or a camera, whatever you want to do. Just try to do something that would be impossible normally in reality, or in this reality, and it'll most likely work as long as you can really think it. Now, this isn't to say that reality checks don't fail sometimes, because they do. Sometimes you'll try to stick your finger through your hand and realize it's not working for whatever reason. I had one weird reality check during a lucid dream where my left hand kept disappearing. I was sitting here looking at my hands, and this one's just fading in and out of existence, and like it would disappear, and I'd have to like concentrate really hard to get it to pop back up. Like it was actually a challenge, but the other one was just fine. So that's just like one of the random things that could happen. I mean, just looking at your surroundings a lot of times will tell you if you're dreaming. And you can make yourself more aware during the dreams by actually becoming more aware of your surroundings in this reality as well. You know, just pay more attention to things instead of just walking through life like a zombie. You know, you'll start to see things, you know, that are just kind of strange. And then in dreams, you'll do the same thing, and you'll just look around and you'll be like, is that a flying elephant over there? What the fuck? And next thing you know, you're like realizing it's a dream, and now you can control it and do whatever. I mean, from there, literally whatever you can imagine is the limit. It's kind of like the coolest thing ever. So just enjoy it at that point if you can manage to get it to happen. Lots of people do this though. It's kind of an interesting skill to get into at first. The doubts are probably the worst part at first. I can promise you though, this is a real thing. I mean, you can look up lots of scientific studies that have been done on it. Plenty of people have gotten into this and proved that it's a real thing. So you can, look that up if you are feeling doubtful. Anyway, the mild method of lucid dreaming is one where you're basically repeating things as you're falling asleep. This kind of amplifies the dream-induced lucid dream method, so you can kind of combine the two, and it makes it more likely to happen. There's also the wake back to bed method, where you wake up after sleeping for about 4 to 6 hours. You wake up and then you stay awake for however long it takes for you to kind of become awake. You don't really want to just immediately lay back down. Not in all cases. Some of you might be able to do that, but a lot of people, when you lay back down immediately, you'll just pass out. And you kind of need to experiment. If you stay awake for 10 minutes and you find yourself not able to go back to sleep, then next time only stay awake for 5 minutes. And if you fall asleep too quickly, then keep messing with it until you find a good amount of time. And if you just can't seem to get back to sleep, then try to just keep your eyes closed when you wake up. Like if your alarm goes off, just quickly turn it off and then just get right back down into sleep as quick as you can, and you should be able to just enter right back into the dream. And this goes along with the wake-induced lucid dreaming method. If you do the mnemonic thing, I keep forgetting. I'm not I know that it probably almost sounds like I'm saying demonic. I'm saying mnemonic, and it's just repeating a phrase over and over, like I am dreaming, over and over until you fall asleep, and you know hopefully you'll be thinking of that during the dream, and then you'll be like, oh wait a second, I am dreaming. So it's all kind of like one big thing. You can combine a lot of these methods. People have other stuff like the finger induced lucid dream method. You're probably like, what the hell? But this is actually where you move two fingers up and down very softly. I mean, like, you don't even actually do it technically. I mean, when you're actually laying there, you're moving your fingers so softly that they're not moving. You're basically just imagining it happening. So it's kind of a strange thing, to be honest. That I never really had any luck with that method personally. Not that it doesn't work. I mean, all these methods work. It's just a matter of, which one is gonna, work with you the best. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's kind of like astral projection methods, to be honest. A lot of them, like, all of them do work. It's just which one works for you is the deal with that. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about with lucid dreaming. There's a lot more that we could get into with this. If you guys want me to elaborate more, I might come back and talk more about this, as far as like kind of the cool things you can do during a lucid dream, even though I'm sure you guys could just use your imagination, because there's an endless amount of things. But anyway, guys, please leave a like on this video, subscribe if you want to see more like this, and more importantly, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and much love to you.